workout today. So if you don't have a band like this, a TheraBand will work, pair of tights, an old stretchy pair of leggings. So there's lots of ways we can improvise. Here's the rules, a little bit of common sense. So if it's causing you distress, you stop. You can always stop using the band and still continue with the movement. And my final thought is, you know your own body, so it's important that we have to stress the body when we exercise it, but it's always to the point of pain, not through it. So if you think you're doing something that's just really going to give you a hard time for the next few days, then take it down a notch. Okay, so the first things first, we need to warm up and mobilize the body. So let's just take the band half and half again. Lovely. Roll your shoulders. This just helps to fix your hands in a set place, and we start by a little shoulder roll. Now there was some feedback about not being able to see me on camera the other day, so a rainbow threw up on me on the way to work this morning. We're rolling the shoulders, thinking about our alignment at the same time, feet forward. The next roll, we take the arms up, keep the neck long. Bring the arms back down, and this time we roll forward, which is kind of not something that I often teach. Okay, next breath, up, up, and then take it down. Good job. Let's roll backwards, squeezing the shoulder blades, engaging those back muscles and drawing the belly button into the spine. This time we take the band high, bracing the abdominals, leaning over to one side. Whilst we're there, let's just check the feet that they're both equal and balanced. Come back to center and lean to the other side. So what you'll notice, your hip wants to come out and one foot will become lighter. So we just need to work on equal weight through both feet for now. And come back to center. Last time. Because what we don't want to do at this point is overstress you when you're not fully warm. Bring your hands back to center. Okay, and we're just going to wrap. As we wrap, we bend the knees. We twist, send the band right the way around the body. Let the eyes go with you. So it's a lovely full rotation. Bend your knees. Okay, and now we slow it down and rotate from the waist upwards. This will feel different into the shoulders, keeping the hips square on. Well done. And then release. Take the band behind us. This time it's just half, not quarter fold. Okay. Once the band is behind us, we're going to roll the shoulders again. So what you'll feel is that your belly wants to pop a little bit. So we need to put some tension on through the center. And it feels a bit weird trying to roll like this. Now we lift the band away. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Hold it there. Little presses apart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and release. Good job. Okay. Folding into quarters again. We're actually going to work on some shoulder mobility. Are you okay, Mary? Okay, with the shoulder mobility, we are taking the band around the head as if it's orbiting, and then back to center. Have a play with this. How does it feel? Can you make it bigger? I can feel a clunk. Enjoy that. And go 360, reverse direction. Lovely. Bring your whole body into the movement now. So as you're taking the band around, work through flexion, extension, lateral flexion. So we're starting to move the whole body as we take the band around our head and shoulders. whole body. So everything is stretching and firing. That's what we want here. Beautiful. That should also make you feel quite warm because there's a lot of engagement here into your center. Lovely. Good, good, good. So let's think about the ankles. Pat said something really lovely yesterday when we were teaching strength and balance training, falls prevention. You can't walk if your ankles aren't mobile. It just reminded me how much attention we need to put into our lower limbs these days. So we're just rolling through the ball of the foot and think it through. It's like, oh, ow, that bit hurts, or that's a bit squeaky. Switch directions. And I tell you what, I wore wedges on Saturday, so a high heel. My feet only stopped aching yesterday. Not used to wearing anything other than flat shoes and flip-flops. Okay. Now, let's switch legs. What you may have noticed, the static leg was starting to ache a little. Now, 1 foot standing is really important to us in terms of our balance. Okay. Switch direction. Enjoy how your ankle feels. Lovely. Okay, now slightly wider than hip width, feels a bit bonkers, knee knock. We do this, just feels perfect, doesn't it? Like, why I'm doing this with you, other than the fact that it's the rainbow effect, it's made me go a little bit loopy today. This here, we're working the hips. You might feel that in your coccyx. You certainly will feel this around the whole of the lower limb. Try and get your knees to touch. Lovely. I love that. There's like a little wee going on there. Tough? Anyone start to feel the build up in your thighs? Good, good, good. That's what I want. Lovely. So lactic acid buildup that forms when we're putting stress into muscles and creating burn. So this is good. And then we stand and shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, lovely. So I feel that we're almost there. The last couple of things I want us to do is take our time, but I want you to bring your heel to your bum. Pop it down again, waking up your hamstring. So when done correctly, you'll know. So make sure the thighs are aligned. Flex and really draw your heel close to your bottom. Pop the foot down. You'll know if it's wrong. So I'm out of alignment on my back leg. I'm going to send my thighs so they're in the right position. So it's literally a flexion of the knee. You're sending your heel to your bum. Pop it down. Switch sides. Draw it up, squeeze, pop it down, switch sides, get your balance, pop it up. And having your thighs aligned, when you do that, you are engaging your butt muscles. So give yourself a little bit of a bottom clench as you do this. In a good old-fashioned aerobics class, be that, right? Okay, so we're waking up the back side of the posterior chain of the body. And to reinforce that, what we're going to do now with our stretchy band, I was just checking the lights above me. With our stretchy band, I'm going to go nice and wide, up and back, up and forward. Good, 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 good. Okay, so what I want us to do are two things. I want you to bring your feet closer together. And the second thing is to stretch out the front of the body and squeeze the butt. The good thing about the stretchy band, you can work to your own natural range of movement. Okay. Start to lean back, enjoy the stretch. There was 2 months ago I couldn't do this at all, so, you know, this is good, 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 good. Now, the next version is not to hyperextend, so contract through your trunk, everything nice and still, opposed to opening up the chest and really coming into hyperextension. So we're really drawing on trunk stability and shoulder mobility, okay? Lovely. And just interesting to see how Chris is getting on there. Are we okay? Yeah, good, good. Okay. So as we age, keep going. I just want you to just finish this up as I just talk this through. As we age, there is, through the lack of, particularly with women, through the lack of estrogen, the tendons dry, there's less fluid between the cartilage, between the joints. So the body is just generally a little more drier. This type of mobility work into the shoulders is just kind of getting some lubrication in there. The nice guidelines today talk about pushing to the point of pain, not through it. So we have a natural protection instinct in our bodies to stop and avoid, but actually we've got to keep that little lot going. Well done. Okay, give yourself a moment. You're beautiful. Okay, because I love band work. Okay, so let's start to think about challenging our balance. So standing on your band, so I'm 5'10", so I don't buy it when you go, my band's not long enough. Feet wide, okay. So the handles are within the palms, your thumbs are turning in. Okay, we're just going to do a gentle press, not full range. So we're putting load into the shoulders, but nothing too onerous yet. Actually, many of us will prefer to go full and quick, but we're going to do this slow and controlled. Okay, and the reason being, I really want us to target the top of the shoulder, so our medial deltoid. So it's a slow process, and this starts to fire up the rotator cuff. So the whole of the shoulder girdle is coming into play here. We're doing this slowly. Let's do this one more time as we bring the forearms round and then back. Now, if you need to take a breath and take a pause in between, that is completely fine, because the band is on the inside of your, oh, it's on the outside of your arms, that's right. Okay, so you're out and then you're in. If you can, your elbows touch. If it's too much, no band, but still work through that range of movement. And if you need to take a rest between movements, feel free. Lovely. And then we rest the arms, roll the arms. Okay, so we're going to cross over and pull up your bands to your hips. Now here's the thing, some of you might not get enough stretch out of that or resistance out of that, so you can hold your band, okay? It's not by the handles. Okay, so I'm stabilizing your upper body. So you've pulled this tension onto your hips, and we're just going to do some step touches. So it's a push. So a big step wide. And in a minute, you're going to thank me, but just not yet. Hopefully your arms aren't too fatigued. So, and the idea is you're just really stabilizing with your upper body to hold the band in place. Big fat steps. The idea here is, and I'm sure you're already feeling this sensation, but it's coming up the hips. Now we're adding an external force, so this is resistance work and balance work. So we're having to use core stability to be able to take the step, but because there's resistance in the band, we're increasing load to the hips. So this is a good thing for the hip joint and the muscles around the hip, okay? Lovely. Okay, it's never over. Sadly. So rest your arms for a second, roll your shoulders for the second. Okay, and as I said, this bit's about balance. So what we're going to do, we're going to step and hold. Then we're going to press the heel back for 6, 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Foot down. Give yourself a moment. When you're ready, other side. It's a flex foot and driving with the heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down. Okay, let's switch again. So it's a flex foot, taking the leg back, and it's the backward movement. So again, if you can see my leg, I'm not in form. If you see my back leg, that's form. That's in the position I need you to start from. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down. Switch sides, flex heel, set your position. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down. And just shaky, 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 shaky. Come on. Shaky, 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 shaky. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Lovely. And release. Step out for a second. Okay. Can I just have a check? Thumbs up. We're all okay. Tidy. Right. Grab a quick sip of water. We're staying standing for a moment. I've lost my flask. Oh, it's time for new flasks. That's the thing now, I think, oh yeah, because coffee shops and whatnot have been closed, we've really used every flask in the house. Okay, let's do right arm. Right arm with handle, floppy. Right, okay. Right foot, bottom third of band. So there's basically no resistance, but you don't want it dangling. You just need, tension's going to start beyond this. Okay. The next thing is your right foot is the front foot, your left foot is out into the diagonal. So straight away you're going to feel tension, okay, and you're going to start to come into balance. Okay, this is when the arms come into play. So lift just a little higher. We come forward to me and then out to the side. Forward to me and out to the side. That's giving me a hot flush. Forward to me and then out to the side. Beautiful. So we're bracing. Okay. And holding. 2 more. Woo! Last time. And then release. Good job. Woo! Other side. So setup is important. I'm not pushing you too much, so we're not doing high repetition here. So we're still focusing on breath. We're taking things within our range, within our comfort zone. I'm not overstressing your body. Okay, so once we get that lift, once we're into balance, we take the arm forward and then out to the side. Good. If you want to, you can always increase the resistance or decrease the resistance. You know, the bottom line is, it is your workout. There's no point cheating. Well done. Release, relax. Lovely. All good challenge balance work around the hips. Good. Okay, so from there, we step in again and we cross over again. Grab your band, pop it up at the hips, which means your shoulders are turned off, your hands are turned off. And I want this to be quite tight this time. Okay, so what we're going to do are tiny little steps. Da, da, da. In circles, round your room. Tiny little steps. Tiny weeny little steps. And now, rather than bringing your feet right together, you go wider. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, now we turn Start to lift the knees, push those heels. Drive with the heels. So let your heels come into play here. And yes, they do. Hello, legs. Anyone feeling it? Yeah, good. A little wider. Not quite done. This gives me flashbacks, Annie. Ooh. Keep pushing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. And then just do this. Out to one side. This is called the daisy stretch. Circle. And this is called the Maddie stretch. Actually, the face goes like that. Because when mine were little, they used to do this little sulky thing. Come back to center and rise up. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we're coming back to shoulders. This will feel interesting is not the right word. Okay, so I've got a bad shoulder, but we're going to have to play with it. It's a classic movement. The hips will flex forward, and I'm doing this on this side so you can see me. Your arms will start in a cross position, and they will come back. They will come back into a vertical, okay? So when you pull up, your arms are vertical, and that's the movement. So from the front here to here. Now, I know some of you have got shoulder injuries and some of you got back injuries. So if you're feeling too much pressure in the back, then we will pull up. If you feel too much pressure in the shoulder, just work on repeating the movement without tension on the band. So I'm trying to give you a couple of options here. So, and it will become clear once you stand on the band. Cross the band over. So this is the area we're targeting is into the middle of the back, okay, and shoulder blades. Okay, so classically it's a hip hinge, arms vertical, and then we come up. So I struggle with that on that side to get good form for you. So here, here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. If you're finding that's too much in the back, because that's what I see so much with midlife and beyond, I see too much tension going on here. So it's okay to stand. I want you to work and think about your shoulder blades. So this resistance work is perfect for your middle and upper back. And keep thinking, squeeze your shoulder blades. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Let your back muscles take the power in this movement, okay? So, here. Rather than up the body, go out. That's it. That's better. And still work here. That's it. Lovely. And that's where it's a challenge, right? Because it hurts. Take a rest. We okay? Let's take a rest. Shake off your shoulders. Let's just refine this. Because of the line of pull, so because you're pulling, your arms will want to stay close to your body. So the challenge is for you to go wide. That's the important thing here. So I want you to go wide. So it increases your resistance on the outside seams of your body. So, and have a play with it. So just think, how does my body react to this resistance? So the line of pull is important. We have to take those hands out wide. There you go. There you go, Pat. That's a better one. Okay, she's taken a photograph of me and I bend it over and I can pull in a little bit. Very important. So, and you can see my injury. You can see where there's scar tissue, that my arms are not balanced. This is an important thing to understand. We're not perfect here, but this really does help strengthen around the shoulder girdle, top of the shoulder and into the lat. You're all tired and you're all thinking, stop talking. relax. Good job. Excellent work. Okay, give yourself a moment. So let's bring in legs, uncross, take the bands to the outside of your arms, lovely, and then bend the knees and press, lovely, bend the knees and press. When we do this, we send the bum back. Because of the line of pull, because of the nature of the resistance, your knees want to fold forward. So we need to really focus on getting your tush out. Your back muscles are resisting the movement. So this is chair pose in yoga, okay? But this is a squat in the gym. And we're thinking about an overhead press. So we're working the back muscles. That's why we're pressing here. So it's a challenge movement, and really try and push through. So the first bit is pull, the second bit is press. So I really want you to press through the movement. That's it. Can you straighten those arms? What does that look like? And yes, you're going to feel it here as well. So this is all resistance training. This is strengthening work. Lovely. Okay, stop. It's quite a complex move. Okay, let's take the legs out of this. One arm. All the way. Other arm. However, one arm. All the way. Other arm. Try both arms. Might surprise yourself. So now bend the knees. Hard, isn't it? So I went straight in with a complex move and we needed to break it down. Now we've broken it down. Your form is so different now on Zoom. Well done. Well done. Give me 4 more for that. Come on, Jane. You're looking good. Well done. Release. Relax. Well done, girls. You little rock stars. Have a sip of water. Ooh. Right, we are coming down onto the floor. So gently, gracefully, best way for you, come down onto the floor and just sit onto your thighs for a moment. What do you need? It's there. Right, okay. Use mine, my pad, my laptop's there. Okay, right. Are we good? Giving yourself a minute. Okay, so now we're into position. Forget about the tubes for a minute. Let's see if we can just shift our weight from one hip to the other. So there's a little bit of balance going on there. If you want to, you can separate your knees to create a bit more space. And we're going to look to come down onto one hip. Ooh, onto one hip. Rise up and onto the other hip. No touchy. I can't come up. Stuck. Down onto the other side. One side's fine. Other side's like, no, that's not going to happen. It's a bit of learning, isn't it? Are we all right? Okay, come around. Have the band nearby, feet wide. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. For what? Maxina 1. Right, okay. Take your band. Pat's trying to talk to me. I'm live on camera and she's trying to talk to me. Okay, right. Take the band around your back where your bra strap is. Hold on to the side seams. That gives you a measure of your resistance. And then from there, tuck your arms underneath. So your palms are up. All we're going to do for a moment is slowly rotate and twist, and just feel that pressure releasing around the pelvic floor and groin. Now, I sat on a beach for a few hours yesterday afternoon. I know my tailbone is really quite inflamed and sore. So, and it is important because I knew I was uncomfortable. My pelvic floor went tight and high tone. So we need to always remember to stretch off and relax the pelvic floor and stretch off around the pelvic floor or around the pelvis. Okay. Now I'd like us to do some circles. And again, this is targeting where the spine comes into the pelvis. This also helps us to stretch off any of those little muscles around the lower back. Not everyone likes this. So I feel like we're hugging onto this band for dear life because you don't know what she's going to do next. Well, I'll tell ya. Settle, long spine, arms out wide. Okay, so at the moment my arms are on diagonals, they're not out. I'm just rotating, so when my right arm passes my right leg, it's in line. Does that make sense? Rotate, left arm, left leg, rotate, right arm, right leg. Okay, try and relax through the thighs and the knees. So again, there's resistance going on here. This pull here is creating resistance into the back. It's helping us assist the movement. Lovely. And now fold. So we stretch forward. Oh, come up. Oh, that's nice. It springs you back up. We rotate. We press away. So there's that resistance. And rise. I don't know about you, but my hip flexors are having a little word. Rotate. So without the band, chances are your flexion is increased. You can fold better. With the band, you're really resisting the movement, so you may not get as low as you do normally. And that's why we have to change it up, because there aren't an infinite amount of exercises, but we have to adapt all exercises so you progress and we don't stagnate. So we move forward and then we move forward again just by mixing it up all the time. Okay, relax. Have your band nearby and roll down. We'll come back to seated exercises in a little while. Okay, feet flat on the floor, heels towards your bottom, and I just want you to come up into a bridge just to release off first phase of your hip flexors. Lovely. Hands at your sides or slightly wider. Okay, just hold them up there, and then what I'd like you to do is to knee knock like we did in stand this morning. Bringing the thighs and knees together and still lift the bottom. Breathe. Well done. Lay your spine down. Okay, give yourself a wiggle jiggle. Lovely, lovely. Feet wide. Take both knees to one side. Onto the floor. Up and then switch. Play with this, lovelies. Okay, so go one side then the other. Feet nice and wide. Lovely jubbly. Okie doke. Okay, so I want us to play with the band, but first I need to I've impaled myself. Oh God. Okay, band onto arches of both feet for a second. Okay, and just hold it up there. So this is a nice assisted stretch. Draw your legs in a circle, handful of times in one direction, handful of times in the other direction. Ah, lovely. Okay, and you hold it on. So again, gripping the band, like who'd have thought by holding the band like this, you're creating strength in your wrists and fingers. So again, fine motor skills, it is important for life to have good grip. So it's a small thing, but a good thing. Okay, so from here we take the leg closest to me out of the band and we go long. So the leg furthest away from me, we're going to circle again. We used to do this as part of a stretch, do you remember? And we're going to draw a full circle, big fat circle. It'll go across the midline and it'll go out to the side and move it. That funny noise I just made was because I've impaled myself on my earpiece. So I'm inflicting pain on you, and karma is there's an earpiece stuck into my back. So go one direction then the other. How big can you go? And it's a full circle. So we're going across the midline of the body, out to the side, and it's same hand, same side. So just really let it work and stretch and pull and drive. Lovely. And really go with it. So we're really getting some good lubrication into that lovely hip joint. You're feeling stretches. Just having fun with it. And the other thing, again, the band is assisting the movement. It's allowing and enabling you to have more of a straight leg rather than a bent knee. So there's a good stretch going on in the hamstring as you circumduct. Okay, let's go. Switch sides. Now remember, the leg that's just circled, it goes long and straight. Okay. Oh God, we've got to phone somebody for an emergency. A dog has just attacked a client. Puppy dog Pilates attack. Okay. Big fat circles, as big as you could go. Beautiful. Oh. Big as you like. Allow the whole body to work with you here. Enjoy how that feels. And use the band to really assist the movement to make it as big as possible. I'm laughing because all I can see is a little fluffy dog. This is the magic of Zoom, you know. We get to see inside your houses. Get to see your own kind of crazy. Well done. Release, relax. Okay, take the band out of play. Rest that moving leg. Go back to the first leg. Here we go. Leg to ceiling. Let's circle. Hello. So suddenly, does it feel stronger? Does it feel more manageable? Does the leg feel better? How's the knee feel? How do your abs feel? Whoo. And we're doing lots of these little bad boys. Lots and lots and lots. Flexed foot. Really get those hamstrings firing beautifully. Woo. Last time. Foot down, rest. Oh, other leg. Here we go. Big fat circle. So one direction and then the other. As big as you can. Lovely flexed foot. And all of this shortens the front thigh muscle, lengthens the back thigh muscles, lengthens behind the knee, stretches out the calves. So the flexed foot is the magic here. Last time, and then you rest. Whew. Feeling good? Let me have a thumbs up from you all. Tell me that you're okay, not dead today. Good, 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 good. Okay, so from here, let's just bring those knees into chest. Give yourself a crutch. Whew. Okay, so the band is now going to, hang on a minute, let's just get this right. Under, then over. So under thighs or under knees and then over. What will happen is straight away the band will pull you in. So the first challenge, the first piece of resistance here, okay, is to avoid the thighs coming in to the ribs. Okay, so then we anchor. We stretch the band so it's fully resisted and then anchor down so your legs are pinned. Okay, from here, toe tap towards the ground, rise up. So in tabletop, taking it down, using your breath. Do whatever you can to enable the movement. Brace your abdominals. So once we've got that toe tap and rise, both legs together. If it's too much, you alternate. On the up phase, twist to come back to tabletop. Settle down through the midline, toes touch the floor, twist to come back up, toes tap to touch the floor, toes tap to touch the floor. Twist and lower, twist and lower. And again, twist to rise, lower through your midline. Twist to rise, lower through the midline. 2 more, and yes, it does in your shoulders. Last time. Tap to the midline, feet on the floor. Leave the band around your shins. So hopefully you can still see mine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is turn my palms up, still holding onto the band. Okay, and we're going to slowly, what's it called? Snowman. You know when you jump onto the floor? Snow angel, that's it. In the next class. A little snowman, snow angel. So palms are up and you're pulling. Again, this can be challenging into the shoulders, so think about how it feels for you. I have to say, if you brace your abs and power from your center, you'll get a stronger reaction through your arms. Well done. Lovely. Hold it there. Relax for a moment. Take your palms down. So you're holding onto your band, palms down. Okay, if you need to, just walk your feet further away from your bottom. Okay, and then we're just going to pull the arms up and down. So we're going to beat the arms under tension. Okay. From here, chin to chest. Tension through your abdominals. So we go slow on this movement, pulling your belly into your back bend as tight as you can, tightening your pelvic floor, eye gaze through your knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last time, roll your spine back down. Good job. Okay, so lift your knees. We're going to change the band around. So this time, undo it. The band starts on your shin and crosses under. Feet come down. Does that make sense? So the band starts on your shins, you cross underneath, and then pull the band, feet come down. Okay, because now what we're going to do is work through the arms rather than your shoulders. Okay, so I want you to hold the band so your thumbs are sticking up and your band is feeding through from baby finger to thumb. Got it? Like that. Okay, right. Elbows in at your waist. We're going to pull your thumbs up towards your shoulders and then back down again. Right. Got it? That's nice, isn't it? Keeping your elbows nice and tight on your ribs. So there's a lovely straight line of pull. So that's the beautiful thing about band work. I love cable work and band work. It's all about the line of pull. So at the moment we are working in a neutral grip. So this is the most common handling function movement that we use. Now what I want you to do is same movement, but this time it's palms down, back of hands, rise up to shoulders. So this is an overhand grip or a pronated grip. So less of a natural movement unless you're picking up your shopping off the floor and putting it onto the side. Okay, let's do a few more of those. And now finally, supinated grip, so an underhand grip, and you're bringing your fingertips up to your nails. Your fingertips up to your shoulders. Okay. So again, that movement is you carrying your laundry downstairs. So that's, or laundry upstairs. So you're holding a tray. That's what we're doing here. So again, bringing it back to functional movement for life. Well done. Release, relax. Okay, so this time the band is wide. So, and it's still around the bottom of your thighs or bottom of your knees. Feet wide. And then cross it over. So it's wrapped around your knees and you're crossed over. Really and truly, your hands come out of play. This is about opening and closing the knees. So we're actually really working the hip joints here. So we're lying flat on our backs, feet wide. The resistance is round the knees and we are opening and closing. And I want you to really force the band and push the knees wide. So you should feel that right in the booty at the back. Okay, so this is your glute med firing, really important walking muscle. So the wider your feet are, the tighter the band is, the more tension you're putting on, the more resistance you're putting on. Really great exercise for anyone, even hip replacement. Okay, so it's a big one, and yes, it does smart, nice and wide, lots of resistance here. I'm actually going to turn right the way around. Okay, nice and wide, nice and wide. So I want you to understand, the wider we go here, the more insane this is into your booty. Out wide and hold. Tiny, weeny, little presses. Tiny, weeny, little presses. Owie, owie, little presses. Tiny, weeny. Bring your knees together and rest. Are we okay? Haven't killed you yet, but still working on it. Good. Okay, so undo the band for a second. Just trying to, oh, Pat. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, right. Okay, so we're going to do single leg bridges. We've been doing this in Pilates for a while. We're going to add in the back for resistance. Okay, I have literally impaled myself. Okay, so starting position. I'm looking for vertical. Because you're using the band to assist the movement, we're actually hopefully getting the stretch out of the knee. Okay, so we're whoop. Straight leg, flex foot. Just a little cautionary note here, keeping the foot flexed will stop the band sliding off. We don't want that to happen. So this is about resistance again. We pull the band down, squeeze your shoulder blades together and anchor your upper arms to the floor. Okay, your other foot, the bent foot, bring it into the midline so you have balance, and when you're ready, we press upwards and lower. Breath in, push and lower. So it's a big push and we're working with resistance here. So I need that band to be tight and strong and your arms pressed into the ground. So again, we've just come out of a glute exercise. You've got 4 more of these to go. Lovely. I'm just checking you, and release, relax. Good. Okay, from there, other side. So it may or may not, it's either going to feel strong or nothing. Were we okay? Was that intense? Yes, good. Other side. Okay. So once we're into position, Your foot on the floor is into the midline. You drive the movement out of the heel, anchoring your elbows to the ground. You've got some really good resistance there. Pulling the band down and we push. Good. Lovely. So lots of things working here. Very powerful movement. And also you may feel that your range is limited. So we push. Say where you're right, my darling. Good. So you will feel limited. You will feel restricted because the band is resisting and pulling you down towards the ground. You won't feel that you have that freedom. Okay, now 2 more. Now we switch again. Ditch the band, same movement. So this time I want 6 single leg bridge presses. Crikey, is that the time? I've had so much fun this morning. Well done. And when you're ready, we switch side. Oh, and I just feel like I've just opened my book. I haven't even begun. Just feel like we just finished the warm up. Come on. Other leg, 6 to go. Well done. Well done. Ditch the band. How do we feel? Take yourself into a full body stretch for me. Lovely. Draw your knees into chest. Let's do a little happy baby stretch just before we finish and do some relaxation. Whew. Happy baby, either hold on to the inside arches of the foot or the outside edges of the foot, bent knee, and just draw yourself into just 2 things. When you're in this position, you press down, pull down, and then press up at the same time. And when you're ready, release. Now you go into a full body stretch. Okay, so there are many ways to create relaxation. And today I'd like to do a physical muscle contract relax. So sometimes when we are busy, and sometimes when we're stressed, sometimes it's very difficult to switch off the mind. And when I say switch it off, it's not a switch off. It's just we've got to allow ourselves to relax. We have to let we've got to allow ourselves to come into the parasympathetic state, so rest and digest. And sometimes the busyness is still in our heads, so we need to sort of calm down the noise. And there is a way we can do that with muscle contract relax. So long body, you're in bed, you're trying to sleep, you can't, things are distracting you, you keep, every time you think you're drifting, another chat box starts off in your mind. Okay, so let's just take all your awareness down to your toes, and I want you to screw them up, like really bunch up your toes, really tight, but think about your toes, think about them, and then relax your toes. Lovely. Now think about the whole of the foot, so like squeeze it up, create some tension through the foot, and then let it go. Lovely. Think about now toes, foot, ankle, calves. Can you create some tension there? Do you splay your toes, stretch your foot? How does it look to get tension to come up towards your knees? Then slack. And you can see now there's a pattern, so toes, ankles, calves, thighs. And thighs sometimes connect with the butt, so it might be that you're squeezing and clenching through your bum too. And then release. Good job. Toes, calves, thighs, butt. Start working on the tension into your shoulders and the spine. tense hold and then release. Okay, we're starting to come more of a whole body now. So feet, calves, thighs, bum, back, hips, core, tense tight into shoulders, and now feel the tension surge down into your hands. So make fists and then let it go. Last time, this time everything, just make everything a ball of tension. Face, so screw it all up, nose, mouth, eyebrows, tense, face, fists and fingers. Hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. Relax. Breathe. Now take all your attention back into the rise and fall of your chest and belly. Listen to your breath and the rise and fall of your belly. Well done. Now create some peace around your body. Feeling calm. Without analysing, move from one sound to the next and just be okay with it. Take a long breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Well done. In your next breath out, start to create movement to your hands. Feet, face, smile. And in your own time, start to bring yourself around into a sit. Just breathe there for a moment. Okay. Take a big stretch out. Bring your arms together. Let's go wide. And bring your hands together. Well done, lovely people. You are little rock stars. Well done. You know where we are. I'm Helen Tighe. Message us at info@iCareiMove.com. And thank you for being here today.